Hello, US 101 history class. Welcome to the beginning start of this late start class. And this video that I'm putting out right now is basically just to say hello and to give you a little heads up on what to expect. I will be opening up the class tomorrow just so you can see it. Of course, nothing is going to be due tomorrow, okay? You don't have to worry about that. But I will be putting out a series of announcements. Some will be videos, some will simply just be an announcement with some examples of the work that you'll be expected to do. So I will do my best to kind of walk you all through the various things you're going to need to know of how to be successful in this class. I really enjoy teaching it. A lot of students have enjoyed taking this class. I just want to remind everyone that you're taking a late start. And the late start means that I have to take a normal semester and compress it into this shorter course. So for the first week, I'm going to take it easy on you all, and you're going to have just a week's worth of work to do. But normally you're going to have an entire week. It's basically 2 weeks in one for each week. And so that means you're going to have a module of work that'll have to be due on Thursday night, and then you're going to have a module of work that will have to be due on Sunday night. So you're only going to have work due 2 nights a week, but it's going to be a decent amount. It's going to be discussions, video notes, and papers. Now the papers are short, and basically what you're going to see is that there's not a lot of bells and whistles to how I've set up this class. Once you get the schedule down, you're going to be understanding, how to follow the class. So when it comes to just getting around on Canvas and what I'm doing, that's not going to be a struggle. It's going to be about making the time in your life to just simply watch the videos and write notes on them, proving that you watched them, to have quality discussions addressing the content that we're covering, and then having a short paper that demonstrates knowledge of the material that we covered in class. Okay, and so you're not really going to get a lot of multiple choice questions and quizzes, and success in the class will not be based on how well you do on exams as much as keeping up in the class and keeping up with the work. And I will be making myself extra available to help you all get through any kind of confusion you have in the first week. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to repeat it, and it's going to be written down for you as well, that I do not use the calendar, and for a very specific reason. So you're not going to have something on Canvas tell you that work is due at a certain time. You're going to go to the weekly work objectives every week on the modules, and you're going to see what's there. But essentially, it's going to be Thursday nights, Sunday nights. Thursday nights, Sunday nights. That's it. That's when work is due, by midnight. And that's written down in your assignments, and it's in the weekly, it's in the objectives module link. So there should be no confusion, but you cannot wait and rely on the calendar. And one of the things that I also will repeat again, and I will say again, is that I don't want you relying on or working on your phone. And this is what I mean. When I grade on Canvas, your phone can show you that. But what I want you to remember is that it won't show feedback. So if I give you a 0, which I only do if you didn't follow some very specific instructions, which I'll go over later, I can help you resolve that and fix your paper, and I'll give you a chance to fix it. But you're not going to see the feedback if you don't look at your laptop, okay? And so the phone has limitations on Canvas. So it's up to you ultimately how you want to do things, but what I'm just trying to let you know, I had a student that was frustrated that they kept getting 0s because they weren't following my instructions on some very easy but very clear, important things that I'll go over. And I kept telling the student how to resolve it, and I kept letting them know that that little fix would give them full points. But they weren't seeing it, and the student got frustrated and kind of lashed out at me why they're getting a 0. And then ultimately, they looked at their laptop and they saw I was giving them all this feedback to help resolve this. So this is some of the things I want you to be aware of. I'm never going to not explain something to you, or you're not going to see yourself get a bad grade without some feedback and a way to resolve that, okay? And so I will go over my late work policy later on. I will talk about I will explain more of the routines of the work in greater detail. But again, I'll just end it here. I'll just simply say, you will be having video notes that you have to do. You have to take notes on those. You'll have the discussions, and you have to answer what's in them. And then you're going to have the papers, and you're going to have that basically that routine twice a week, except for this first week. And then later at the end of this late start class, you will see that we'll lighten up on some of the workload. Okay, if you're getting to that point, and things will be a change just a little bit to your advantage. Okay. But in the meantime, these are the basic things that I want you to know and be aware of. And this is the last thing that's important. This is my first time doing this. I had training and doing 0 textbook cost for this class. So here on my library, I have Howard Zen. I used to have students have to buy that book. You're not buying it. I have a link. And I have a link to a textbook as well. Let me know if there's any problems with that. So, because this is my first time using these, and I am told that the way I have it set up, it should be easy for everybody to have access to the textbook and to the Zen book. And then later, I will be adding some other links for some discussions occasionally. So please give me any feedback on that if there's any issues. And so I'll leave it there. Again, this is Mr. Pollock, your professor for this time period. Here to help you out. I hope you're having a good weekend to start, and keep a lookout for information popping up to help us move on in this class.